Hi, welcome to the Oliver Feder YouTube channel. Today I am working on my 1.9 liter ALH turbo diesel injectors, and to provide some context, I am building a 1.9 liter ALH to put inside my Mark I Volkswagen, and the donor motor I got did not come with injectors, so I just bought a used set from eBay. So kind of for starters, I want to check the nozzles that are in there, which are stock nozzles, and see how they're spraying, which, spoilers, I already started. And then I'm converting it to have a higher horse kind of application, and so these are some 0.030 nozzles or something. 0.0, yeah, 0.030, and I think the stock's like 0.019 or... Anyhow, putting bigger nozzles in, and so we're going to take a look at how the OEM ones spray and their pattern, and then we're going to switch to the newer nozzles and see how they spray. And this is my pop tester, so we'll also be checking their lower pop pressure and making sure that they're within a few bar of each other. Off we go. So, principle of operation, this is basically a hydraulic pump. If you slowly creep up on it, it will let you read the number. So right now we're at 200 bar, just about 210, 215, and basically right about there, it pops. There you go. And so this is also the new injector nozzle. These are the 0.030s, and they're spraying pretty good, I have to say. Pretty satisfied with the new nozzles, and half the reason I was doing this was A, to check, these are used injectors, so I wanted to see how they spray before putting them in, because it's direct injection, so if you put in crappy injectors, they will foul up a whole lot of things. And secondly, I bought these nozzles. They are pretty cheap. I want to say they were like 30 bucks, and you know, some nozzles are expensive as like hundreds of dollars, so I wanted to verify that these cheap nozzles I bought also have a good spray pattern before I just go ahead and use them and they ruined my motor. So this is the middle injector, that one that has the plug on it, and you know, for what it's worth, this is that spray pattern, and I'll get a nice slow-mo here. So far I have two of the injectors swapped out, and I kind of just took a cross section. The original spray patterns I've already pop tested all four myself, but I'll pop test another one just to show you what's happening. So here's a original injection nozzle, but what I observed was some of them were good, and what kind of made me start changing the nozzles already is I pop tested this middle one, and it was not good. It had like couple streams as opposed to like fine mist coming out of it, and I don't want any streams hosing down my cylinder walls. That would be no fun. So this is, again, this is an OEM nozzle that's like probably pretty old, and it pops right around 180 bar, which if I yard on this, there you go, there's a nice spray pattern. And this one actually sprays pretty well if you look at it. It's pretty good, quite nice. Now everything's covered in diesel, so it's pretty easy. I'm putting these in a vise. You could use a wrench, but then you'd have to hold everything. And it's a 15 millimeter on top. And these are pretty feisty and kind of like loaded with soot, because you figure this top part sits against the combustion chamber. So as you're pulling this off, also kind of doing some cleaning. Yeah, you can kind of see that soot in this shit right here. That needs cleaned out before you put a new nozzle on it. At any rate, this right here is the nozzle. Boop, just comes off. It sits on those two pins, and that third hole is that actually feeds it. So as I've been doing this, I've just been like carefully wiping it off. You know, I'm sure if you were gonna be like giga thorough, you would want to potentially like disassemble all these moving parts, and like the springs are in here. Put everything in like an ultrasonic cleaner with some simple green, and then put it back together. There you go, that's what's going on inside. So you want to check this needle, make sure it's free moving and there's nothing, no weirdness going on. and it just sits in there. And also you want to be careful while handling it, because if you're like futzing around with it and you drop the needle on the floor, that's no good. So clean that off. That goes on there. Clean this out. Kind of get some paper towelage in here. Get it all wiped out. And this part is just a clamp. Like, you don't have to go ape on it, but if your clamp is dirty to the point that when you put it over your nozzle, it gets your nozzle dirty, then you need to clean the clamp, you know? I'm not torquing these, I'm just putting them on there snug. I'm sure there is a torque, a proper torque. Same injector loaded up, now with new nozzle. I did not reshim whatsoever. We are pumping up, and I'm gonna approach this super slow so we can see what pressure we end up at. Oh, this one's going to the moon. So this one's actually popping a bit higher, which is annoying and unfortunate because we were so close to having them all the same. So it's popping right around 220. Okay, well that was a little bit of a debacle because I ran out of diesel fuel for this thing to test with. Here we go. So this is our last injector that I have yet to test. Okay, right around, no, it's hard to read. Just a little shy of 220. I am not stoked on that one. Here, take a look. Okay, so these all pop tested pretty much like junk, especially this last one, which makes them unusable. So my next mode of route of approach here is that I just got a nice cheap ultrasonic cleaner, which honestly is something I've wanted for forever. It's like the best way to clean small parts. And I'm going to continue this project by first throwing away these shitty nozzles I got. Fortunately, I got the refund on those already. It's now like 2 weeks after I filmed the first half of this. And I'm going to take my original nozzles, which are in here, and I'm going to run them through the ultrasonic cleaner one at a time. And I will probably also disassemble the inside of each injector and run it as well. And I just feel like that's going to be the best way to have a good set of injectors without breaking the bank. It's just to clean the OEM stuff really thoroughly. Alright, so I got some acetone. That's what I'm going to use to clean. I hope I have enough. I, of course, do not. Suck. Suppose the rest could be water. I have a mix of 50% acetone and 50% water that I'm going to use on my old nozzles to try to break down the deposits on them. And acetone, of course, after I put it in there, acetone isn't necessarily the best thing to use in a cleaner like this. This cleaner both has heat, as in it can warm up what's in here, and then it also has the ultrasonic cleaning function. And so because there's acetone in here, I will not be adding any heat because it's already pretty volatile, but there is half water to keep this thing from exploding. All right, let's see. Okay, now just looking at the instructions for this cleaner, it says for things that are tarnished, hard carbon deposits, rust, etc., which is what we're dealing with. It says use a specialized cleaning fluid, degas for no less than 20 minutes, use the highest heat possible, and use a full 30-minute cleaning cycle after a pre-soak. Repeat as needed, allowing 15 minutes for the device to rest between sessions. So basically set it on real high is what we need to do. So I'm going to go ahead and start by just using this nozzle. The important thing is that these, I think it might be called a pintle, but the actual actuator here is unique to each nozzle, so you don't want to mix these around. So I'm just going to go ahead and throw these two parts in here by themselves, and then we can get a before after on like how this thing cleans up versus what those look like. Let me get a close-up. So that's what we're dealing with before. It is gross. Super gross. Lots of carbon like right there. Oh, root said degas for 20 minutes. Probably just give it 30. And you can see it's already putting in work. So I got all my injectors clean. I cleaned the bodies of them and the nozzles, and there wasn't like a crazy lot to show you there. I basically took the head off the injector, and then inside here is a couple small parts and some springs and a couple more small parts. I kept everything in order, and I washed everything, kind of except the small parts, because the springs in here, I mean, they were clean, they were fine. You're not going to get much out of washing a spring, I don't think. But I did wash the whole injector body, I washed the cap, I washed the nozzles, and by wash I mean the ultrasonic cleaner with acetone and water in it. And it has done wonders, I would say. You know, let's see if we can get it to pop. Anyhow, they pop much better. My pop tester is actually acting kind of stupid. It has a one-way valve in here. It's supposed to hold pressure, and it's no longer holding pressure, of course. However, all these spray patterns now look really good. I'll try to pop this one for you in slow-mo so you can get the idea. But there's no more like random jet patterns. Everything's fine mist when it pops correctly. So I'll be using the stock nozzles after ultrasonic cleaning and just using stock injectors to get started. And I think once I've done some testing with the car and whatnot, I can upgrade my nozzles to the size I want, which is like a 0.03 or 0.30 rather, so quite a bit bigger. But for now, this is gonna work. Well, there you have it. I put the used injectors and OEM nozzles through an ultrasonic cleaner, and as you can see, their spray pattern is now really nice, and their pressures are all around 184 bar. I'm not sure how much I trust this gauge, honestly, but the fact that they all pop at the same point is what's important to me more than the fact that they pop at 184 and not like 210. So, we also learned that the cheap nozzles that you can get on the interwebs, I got these .030 nozzles from eBay. They spray like shit right out of the box, and so badly that they would damage your motor. So when you're using nozzles or changing nozzles, it's very important that you pop test to see what the spray pattern looks like, or go through someone who can do that. Because if you put those kind of nozzles on blindly and you have a jet washing down your cylinder wall, you'll have a junk motor. So, thank you so much for watching. Appreciate you. See you next time.